this. I took the Parasite Pill, I like to call it. But yeah, I'm learning about these little critters that live inside of our body. These little monsters that just wreak mayhem and havoc and just destroy our mental and physical and most of all our spiritual health. Because these little monsters we shouldn't fucking underestimate. And these things are huge. I mean, they're widespread. I mean, think about this. Majority of mammals, I'm gonna say vast majority, except for humans, produce vitamin C. Vitamin C is an essential nutrient, which means we have to get it at an outside source in our body. So this is why, doctors and everybody growing up telling you, eat fruit. Fruit's packed with vitamin C. It's perfect for you. You're good to go. That's why pirates go on, long voyages overseas get scurvy. That's what scurvy is, a vitamin C deficiency. There's nothing to eat out there. And if you did bring on fruits on a ship, well, they'll just expire in hours. So not very good. But yeah, human beings, our closest relative, chimpanzees, even they produce vitamin C, and we do not. So very interesting, right? So that automatically shows us human immune systems are already lowered by default because we don't produce our own vitamin C. We have to get it from an outside source. Okay? So our immune system's already compromised because we need to get it from somewhere else. Other animals and stuff, they don't have to worry about it. They go anywhere. You could take a chimpanzee across the ocean and it's not going to have any vitamin C problems. Okay? So that's one thing to bear in mind. And every animal we have, from farm animals to our pets, we deworm. There's a whole protocol. We do it annually. More than once a year, certain occasions or whatever. But we don't do a protocol for humans because we are animals and we live around these animals and we eat these animals. So yes, it's understandable. Okay, we got to keep our animals clean because we got to be clean, right? All right, first step done. But what about if we still get it? What about if we don't get it in time? What happens if we don't have knowledge of deworming our animals? Because not everyone does this, honestly. People only take care of their pets when they're like deathly ill. And, nothing against people, but it's just like, it's like, if you don't know about this stuff, like, why would you even worry about it? But yeah, everybody lives with their pets. With COVID, we realized that nobody's washing their hands. So that doesn't help either. Because a lot of parasites are spread through like fecal matter. Because, that's, they lay eggs, or maybe they die, or that's what they come out of, not to get too gross. But these things are everywhere. And the symptoms are like so, what's the word? Mundane. Just nothing crazy. Like just simple stuff. Like, inflammation is a huge one. Insomnia. Having trouble sleeping. I could go on, irritability, mental health issues. All these things just spawn on to other things. Just inflammation alone could cause a million things. So you might be like, I need to battle inflammation, but maybe it's because you got something crawling inside of you. And I'm European. And another thing that you guys do here is you guys don't cook your food all the way. Like, having rare and medium steaks are really popular in the United States. I used to grow up like bringing box lunches and everyone see my well done steak, but that's how Europeans eat. I think it's catching on over there right now, but that's a European thing. Like, we cook our food all the way. Like, we look at Americans and be like, that's fucking gross. And take a liking to it. It ain't that bad, but the biggest thing is the parasites. So we're all automatically filled with that. And if you're eating like sushi and other, raw meat, this is why we gotta cook it all the way. A lot of pork too, especially in European societies. They eat a lot of pork. And this is why Muslims stay away from pork. I mean, I believe Jews do. Nah, I'm not sure. But, well, a lot of health conscious people stay away from pork in general just because of this knowledge, honestly. But yeah, like, this isn't, I really believe this is an epidemic going everywhere. I mean, parasites have been seen in tap water. I mean, even like the vaccine, they've been seen parasites. I mean, just like tainted medical equipment. There's all types of parasites. And I like to say I was struggling with a lot of this stuff lately. Like, I went on a 4-day fast and I just killed these things off. I mean, they're coming back every now and then. Don't know where I got them from. I mean, you get them from anywhere. Gyms are a big place. You know, I'm in gyms all the time. It's a big place to get them. I mean, people are gross. People aren't washing their hands, touching weights. In the locker room, you set your phone down. I think their eggs are all over the place. But, like, some solutions I found, help the problem, which massively helped me, was when you eat foods that are anti-parasitic. More ginger in our diet to reduce that inflammation. Obviously, more vitamin C. The vitamin C will fight against these little demons inside of us. So I got like emergency C packets. I put them in my drinks, make my water taste better. Fantastic. Nothing wrong with that. I've been taking a teaspoon, of baking soda and apple cider vinegar in the morning, just clearing out my system, just taking the whole thing out. Just get a little acidity in there, just kill these fuckers off. I mean, that has been helping out for a little bit. Nicotine. I mean, I'm not saying start smoking cigarettes, but I happen to like cigars. When I had a huge parasite problem, this was a year ago, and this is when this was I want to say July. July. When I first started getting symptoms, beginning of July of 2023, and I was getting these crazy symptoms. Like, I was sick all the time. If I got like 4 hours of sleep, I wasn't just fucked up. I was done. It was awful. I had to get 10 hours to not. I mean, just be bearable. Like, I don't know. I just felt so weak. I was getting the cold and sneezing, and I was cold all the time. And it was the middle of July. It was hot as hell outside. It didn't make any sense. That's when I was learning it was these things, these parasites. I would usually smoke a cigar on my non-sparring days, up to the gym, just relax. It would be an hour drive to work and everything, and I realized I always felt better after a cigar. And it wasn't placebo. Like, my stuffy nose, my cough, I would actually look better. My skin wasn't as inflamed. All my symptoms went away, but not for the whole day. Walking outside at night, gotta be careful. Watch my step. But, like, I'm not saying this stuff, smoking a cigar cured all my problems, but, like, they're gone for 4 or 5 hours. Like, this can't be right. And I kept on doing it every single day because it was helping me, even though I didn't want a cigar. And I'm like, what is going on? Is it just a placebo? Is it just because I'm relaxed? Like, I don't understand. And when I looked into nicotine, because nicotine is a toxin, and the idea is a bug or a parasite, in the tobacco plant, and it would eat a piece of the plant, and the toxin nicotine will kill it off. So the idea is that when I'm smoking a cigar, I'm puffing it, it's just in my mouth, I let it out, it's going through my cheeks. The smoke is being absorbed in my cheeks, and then it's going through my bloodstream, and then getting distracted. Free books. No, but it's going through my cheeks, and then through the rest of my body. I got nicotine flowing through my whole body until it leaves. So, I mean, like, that's no joke right there. And then I realized nicotine isn't just in tobacco. It's in the whole nightshade family. I mean, we're talking about tomatoes, eggplants, squash. All these things have nicotine in them. And, I mean, not as much as tobacco, because obviously you're not going to burn it and inhale it and get a buzz off of it. But, like, all this stuff's in there. Absolutely amazing. And it's a self-defense mechanism. Same thing with THC and marijuana. I mean, it's the same thing. When an insect or a parasite eats the plant, well, THC kills it off. THC is a toxin too, but obviously we're a lot bigger. We're humans, and different things happen to us. So I just thought that was really, really interesting. It's just like, wow, you don't get affected by these things. Maybe this is why throughout cultures, and I gave the two examples of nicotine and marijuana, the THC and the nicotine help cleanse the body, basically, because they removed all these fucking bullshit, and you actually felt better. You had more mental clarity. Crazy, right? I'm talking about doing drugs right here, but like, yeah, you had more clarity. You actually felt better. You felt stronger. You feel better. Like, people don't like, oh man, and because like the stereotypes these things have. But if you look back on it, like frontiersmen in the beginning of the country, they were all smoking tobacco. Actually, before that, Native Americans, the first thing that was traded to the Native Americans with Christopher Columbus was tobacco, rolled up tobacco, cigars, quote unquote, exactly. So, really amazing. And they knew this too, because Native Americans, I mean, majority of them were nomadic. I mean, they're just living out in the wild. I mean, like, yeah, they're filled with parasites, but they knew how to combat it. And frontiersmen knew the same thing. They were smoking cigars all day, all the way, Lewis and Clark, Gold Rush, hitting California. They knew all about this. They knew all about this. And we forget about this stuff. And it's huge. And they've been doing it for years, and it's just lost knowledge. But like, I mean, that's just anecdotal with me, just a little story. But like, yeah, it's just like, this stuff helps. Nobody, like, it fucking helps. Like, you can't tell me. I mean, like, I actually felt better. And like, and that point in time too, to bring a little bit more on that, like, I legit thought I was dying, honestly, not even exaggerating, not even just not even I mean, it's kind of hard to talk about this. I mean, I'm not embarrassed, but like, yeah, I thought I was dying. I was sick for 4 months straight. This would happen every single day. Diarrhea, constipation. I would wake up one day feeling great. The next day, basically bedridden. Had to call off work. Had no energy. Could not move my damn body. So it's like, how long is this gonna last? Because I was a young guy. In 2023, I was 27, 28. Like, I'm like, how long is this gonna last? I can't keep living life like this. Like, what's going on here? And luckily, it wasn't as serious as I thought it was. But you could tell how much suffering I was going through. And this is what I'm talking about, because I don't want other people to go through that same suffering, because it's just a lack of knowledge. And I took it into my own hands, because I actually did go to the doctor about this, and I gave us a stool sample, which is really fucking gross. But they didn't find anything. I mean, you didn't find anything. What you mean? Like, I'm suffering all this. It's all in my head. But the test was bullshit. Because after I took some, because honestly, I was this fucking desperate. I was experimenting with ivermectin. I mean, the media wants to claim it as a horse dewormer. It's won the Nobel Prize in Medicine in 2015. It saved millions of lives across the third world. It's just disrespectful to call it horse dewormer. I mean, like, yeah, like, they give it to horses, but there are, like, doctors do give ivermectin to humans all the time, Like, I've known people, I mean, before COVID and everything, before it got controversial, that they were taking it. I even started taking fenbendazole, because ivermectin doesn't go through the blood-brain barrier like but fenbendazole does. So whatever you take, it doesn't get anything that's out of your head. And this stuff, like, it's impossible to overdose on. It would have to take so long. Like, you would need, like, it was something absurd, over like 100 bottles in consumption, and there's no way, like, you would have the time to do all of that. Like, there's no way. Like, it's a miracle drug, honestly. I mean, that's why I won the Nobel, Prize in Medicine. I mean, it was amazing. I mean, Again, saved millions of lives. Plenty of research behind it. You can look it up on your own. You know, I'm not bullshitting right now. But yeah, took that once, worked like a charm. Got it all out of me. And it was crazy because, you know, not to gross you guys out too much, but I could tell I had to go to the bathroom, and it felt different. It was a different experience. Definitely different from any other time I went to the bathroom. I went to the bathroom, and guess what I saw in the toilet? My stool looked completely different. I looked up plenty of pictures online and images, and yep, it's exactly what I have. Pretty fucking gross. But I had some closure, because I wasn't a crazy person. I was on the right track, because that's what it was. And the deeper I look into this, everybody has these fucking things inside of them, and people don't want to talk about it. And the symptoms go by, people just claim it's their ordinary life. That's just what they are. Like, you know, but no, everyone's overeating. Everyone's fucking inflamed. Everybody's irritated 24/7. Yeah, these fucking monsters just wreak havoc in people's bodies, and people claim that that's just who they are. You know, people have associated themselves with these beings that are not supposed to be inside their body as themselves. But I don't know, they're a lot trickier than that, because what they do in animals, I mean, we're animals too. They could do the same thing, but they burrow into your mind. I mean, your brain, and control your mind. I mean, this is what they do in animals. So why wouldn't they do this in humans? The biggest thing I'm thrown off at is why they couldn't find it in my sample. I mean, technically they're not dead, so why would they come out? You know, I'm just using logic. So it's like, that would be pointless to get that. But they're in there. They're absolutely in there. I saw it with my own eyes. And that's when the Parasite Pill went all the way down. And I'm like, yup, this thing's real, and we gotta look out for it.